Hey guys, welcome back yet to another DIY video whereby I upcycle the cardboard tube into a beautiful side table. If you're interested in watching this video, please stay tuned. So first of all, I started by taking the measurements that I needed as the base of my side table on the cardboard tube. So I had to use the tape measure to mark the markings all around the tube. And for those who are watching this video for the first time, my name is Roxy. I normally do simple home decor DIYs. If you're interested in seeing more of my video, please don't forget to subscribe and also click on the notification bell so as to get notified whenever I post a new video. After making the markings, I went ahead using my flexible protractor to join in the points on the cardboard tube, and then took my hacksaw to cut the cardboard tube to the size that I needed. After cutting the number of cardboard tubes that I needed for the project, I went ahead to arrange them into the design that I had planned for my side table. To hold the cardboard tubes together, I used hot glue for this part to hold the cardboards well, and I had to use enough amount of glue so as to make sure they're strong enough and firmly held to one another. You can also use liquid nail if you have one, but since the cardboard are in paper form, I preferred using the hot glue gun because it was easier to work with it. And on to my returning subscribers, I'd love to say thank you so much guys for supporting Roxy via watching my videos and also sharing them with your friends and family. Continue supporting this channel until it gets to 100k by this year, God willing. So thank you for your support. Keep on watching and also keep on sharing the videos. Thank you so much. To cover our side table on the top part and also the bottom part, I had to use a piece of cardboard. So first of all, I started by tracing down the shape that was formed by the cardboard tubes onto the cardboard before cutting it down. Once I was done, I went ahead with a pair of scissors to cut down the shape. I then used hot glue to glue down the cardboard onto the top part and also the bottom part of the side table. Once I was done, onto the next part was placing the top part of the side table. So I had to use liquid nail to stick down the round MDF board that I had at home. So I had to use enough amount of liquid nail to make sure the MDF board is well held on the top part of the side table. For those who are interested in such liquid nail, you can always get them at the local hardware shops, and also I'll put the contacts in the description box where you can get the liquid. I then proceeded to placing the base of the side table onto the top part of it, and then I had to ensure that it was in the middle part. So I used my tape measure to make sure it's centrally placed. Once the liquid nail had cured, I proceeded to the next part, that was preparation for the painting. So I had to cover the top part holes which were on the MDF board since it was just an offcut from a previous project. I used body filler to fill in the holes and then had to use the hardener to mix it with the hardener so that it can cure very fast. So if you've watched more of my videos, I have shown a process whereby I normally paint my MDF boards. So I normally use auto paint products to do the preparation for the painting. For those who are interested to learn in more, especially on the paintwork, you can always contact me. I have ongoing physical classes whereby you get a chance to learn how to do the paintwork on MDF boards and woods. There are also online classes. I'll put the link in the description box for those who are interested in doing the online classes, which exist either on one-on-one videos or just pre-recorded videos. Once I was done with the preparation, I went ahead to spray the undercoat onto the side table. Once it had dried, I finalized with the black matte paint, which was the final coat, onto the side table. I only used 2 coats for this part. You can use a color of your choice depending on the color you'd love for the side table. So I preferred using black on this side table. Once the paint had dried, I went ahead to cover the part which had used the hot glue. I used a self-adhesive gold trim to cover the hot glue, which was still visible even after painting. First of all, I had to measure the size that I needed to cover that part. Then I used my pair of scissors to cut the gold trims into the size that was needed to cover the side of the side table. For those who are interested in getting such gold trims, I'll put the link in the description box, or also the number of where you can order such gold trims. So I went ahead to glue them down. So I had to add small amount of hot glue, since the glue which normally comes with the gold trim is not that strong enough and doesn't last longer. So I had to add hot glue to make sure they are held well in place. Once I was done, I went ahead to remove the protective film of the gold trims. I also added some gold trims onto the top part and also the lower part of the frame, so as to cover the cardboard which was visible on that part. And finally, this is how our end table turned out. You can call it an end table or a side table. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this simple DIY you've just made using cardboard tubes. It's easy and inexpensive to make. You can try it out. I'll put the link in the description box of the materials that I used and where you can get them too. Thank you so much guys for watching. Bye bye. See you next time for a new video.